Alright y'all, welcome back to some more turkey pattern testing, and today I brought out a new gun that y'all haven't seen on this channel yet, and I'm really excited to see how it patterns because I've got some high hopes for it, and the little bit I've seen out of it so far has been really good. So the gun I'm talking about is this guy. Maybe I can get it out of the shadows. This is a Mossberg 835 Ulti-Mag. This is a 12 gauge, but from what I can gather, it's been overbored to roughly about 10 gauge size barrel, which is supposed to help with patterns and get you that tighter pattern. And from what I've heard and seen out of these guns, they are pretty impressive when it comes to turkey pattern, to say the least. Now, as far as the choke we're going to be starting out with, I've got a Kicks Gobblin Thunder. This is a 680 constriction. They also have a 670 for this gun, but I think it might be a little bit too tight being a 670 for a couple of the loads that we're going to test. So I figured to start out with, we're going with the 680 and we'll see how it does from there. Now for as far as the loads that we're going to be starting out with, I've got some more of the Salt Creek Custom Cold Turkey. These are the 12 gauge 3-inch. They are 2 ounces of 8.5 shot going 1100 feet per second. So as per usual, I've got a turkey target set up right over here at 40 yards from the bench. If they shoot well at 40, we'll see. I have a target set up at 60 as well. If they shoot well, we'll throw them at 60 and see what they can do. Now, I don't recommend you take a longer shot than 40 to 45 yards, even though it is 8.5 shot TSS. It's just, you start to cross the border, at least for me, of what I consider a real ethical turkey hunt challenge. For me, my birds are inside of 40. That's where I keep them. I understand that some people hunt fields and they may have to take something that long of a shot, but I can't recommend it. I don't suggest doing it, even if the shot itself is capable of doing it. I just can't recommend it personally. So let's head up over to the bench and get this 835 with the Kicks 680 set up, and we'll see how these Salt Creek 3-inch 8.5 shoot at 40. Alright, we're back at the bench. We're set up at 40 yards with the Mossberg 835 and the Kicks 680 constriction Gobblin Thunder choke. So let's see how these Salt Creek 3-inch 8.5 shot shoot at 40 yards. Alright y'all, walking up to the 40-yard target here. This is impressive, to say the least. I mean, just look. There's almost no flyers anywhere on this paper. You might have one, like right over here, but 95+% of your shot is right in that paper. May have been just a touch to the left, but that turkey is beyond dead at 40 yards. There's almost no voids anywhere to be found in there until you get all the way to the outskirts edges of the pattern. That is pretty much exactly what you want out of a 12 gauge turkey pattern. That is really nice. Okay, walking up to the 60-yard target now. We're definitely a touch to the left, but you can see it definitely started to open up more at 60 yards. You start to have some of these flyers like down here and one or two right there. We were still a touch left, but it's still a dead turkey. Now, of course, I can't always recommend you take a 60-yard shot, but this would not be a terrible load to do it if, for whatever reason, you had to do it or you wanted to do it. As far as the core of your pattern here, there's definitely no voids that a turkey's going to walk through anywhere here. Now, once you get to the edges, of course, it starts to open up just a little bit. I mean, we're talking 60 yards here. That's a long shot for a turkey, especially with the bead sight that I got on that gun right now. But either way, that's pretty impressive for being 60 yards in my opinion. So what do y'all think? I am impressed to say the least. I mean, that 40-yard target right there, that is nasty for a turkey pattern. That is pretty close to being perfect for what I look for. It's got a really even and consistent core. You don't have a ton of flyers, but it's not so tight that you have to be exactly on them. It gives you enough leeway to where you can still feel comfortable in at closer ranges. But I could only imagine taking a turkey at 20 yards with that. You would decapitate him, no doubt about it. And even that 60-yard pattern was decent for being a 60-yard pattern. It surprised me. I expected it to open up a little bit more than it did, but it held together a little bit better than I thought it was going to. Those Salt Creek shells seem to be really good, especially out of some of the setups that I like to run. That Kicks 680 seems to be right on the money, like I figured it would be for some of these little bit larger TSS shots or larger like ounces of loads, since that is a 2-ounce load. So what do y'all think? Leave a comment for me down below. I love reading them. Do you like that pattern at 40 yards? Is that too tight for you, or is that right in what you're looking for? That is definitely right in the area that I like to see. Nice, even, tight core, enough leeway to where you'd still feel comfortable at those little bit closer ranges. That's good in my opinion. But let me know what y'all think. Do you like these shells so far? They've really performed pretty well, I gotta say. And I gotta give a huge thank you to the guys over at Salt Creek again for sending me some of these shells to test out. They have been amazing so far. They perform like they've claimed that they're supposed to. They've been excellent guys to work with over there. I can't thank them enough. Go check them out if you like what you see out of these shells, because I gotta say, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of all these shells so far, and I still got another one to pattern test. So I've got some more pattern testing to do before the afternoon's over with, and the next one up is going to be really, really unique to say the least. So stay tuned for that, because it is coming within the next couple of days. I'm really excited for that one. All right, let me get back to pattern testing before I lose daylight. Good luck for all you guys going out in the turkey woods right now. I know a lot of seasons are opening up. Ours opens up in about a week from the day I film this. So good luck out there, and I'll see y'all in the next one.